Okay, hello everyone. This is my first devlog for Rule of Iron Dark Age. My next strategy game. It's going to be really similar to Total War. Before I made a Napoleon game, you can check it out on Steam. I have a link in the description. And if you want to support this game, also have a link to the Steam page. The best way to follow along is to wishlist it and to join the Discord. And yeah, development is still early, of course. There's not anything crazy to show today. It's all stuff you already pretty much know from Total War. But I would just wanted to do a short devlog and talk about my my plans for the campaign and the battles, and just show you a really quick campaign gameplay from me. Right, so let me show you the map first, at least what the map currently is. It's going to be in the Middle Ages and go all the way to Turkey, way over here. And of course, it's going to be a desert. Just don't have the climates programmed in. And also probably in the Americas. But yeah, I have to see if that's going to be really possible. And I mean, if I do the Americas, they're going to be reachable very early, or not very early, they're going to be reachable in a time frame where it actually matters for the game, right? And it's grid-based. Actually, I can show you the grid. Right, so this is the game grid, just for, so you can visualize it. And I want to implement it so that the terrain on the battle is actually generated from the terrain on the campaign map that you see. So like here's a hill, and you know that if you're here and you're being attacked from here, from the right, that you're going to be standing on this hill, and the enemy is going to come from here and have to walk up the hill, and plan your battles really well. And I've also tried to make the AI look out for that, so that it's not going to attack from here, but prefer attacking from here if it has enough movement points. And that way you'll be kind of fighting uphill, which is doable, I think. And as you can see, there's large nations, there's smaller nations like Wales. I'm planning on. There's no rebels. I actually like rebels because they allow you to have a build-up phase. It's a really fun part of the campaign, but I think you can just compensate by having small nations like Wales, and it's just going to be, they're just going to be like the rebels. There's going to be no minor cities, or cities are the same essentially. You're not forced to make London a major city and this a small city. You can make London really, small and develop this one instead if you want to. There's unlimited building slots in each city. And yeah, as you can see, it's really early. I don't have any images yet for the buildings. I only have text. And yeah, the cities have population, and the population changes when you recruit something. So if I recruit militia spearmen, that's a 500 men unit, and as you can see, the population went down. And if I take them out again, the population gets refunded. And when you disband people, they're going to be added to the city as well. There's going to be visible trade cards and trade ships, and they will reflect how much you're trading. You'll be able to build the roads in the road level. Yeah, you can set the tax level per city, and have to set a global tax level. And yeah, there'll also be resources on the map, and I think I'm going to have few but meaningful resources. So, for example, an idea was to not allow building a blacksmith in every city, but only if you have a resource for it. You would have a resource like here, where this was historically a region where there were really good blacksmiths, and then it would be really powerful, right? And that way the resources matter much more. So let me actually um, build something here, because we are at war with Scotland right now, and Scotland has a lot of pikemen, so it's probably a bad idea to recruit knights. So I will just build an archery range in Lincoln, and Norwich. I will get some swordsmen. They're really good against pikemen. That'll take 2 turns. And we also already have an army here, but it's only militia. And as you can see, the army has movement range. There's movement points, just like you know it from Medieval 2 or something like that. And you can make it walk this way. And here's the Scottish army. And it has a zone of control, as you can see. Let me end the turn here. So it has a zone of control, and it actually matters for the AI. Like, if you corner this army and it has no way to escape after you defeat it, it will get destroyed. So I will actually try defeating this army. And yeah, as you can see, it's still really early, but we can try. Okay, we did win. And as you can see, it retreats to a spot here. It did have a spot to retreat to. And as for the AI, I'm planning on it not being biased against the player, and I will try to make it not cheat. I did achieve this before. In my Napoleon game, the AI never cheats, and its behavior changes with the difficulty, and it actually was a challenge. Now, I don't know if I can replicate this for this game, because it's slightly different in the battles. But I will try it, and I've done before, and maybe I can do it again, but no promises, right? And for the campaign AI, it's maybe even better if it does cheat a little bit, because then you just have these like huge enemy full stacks, and then the difficulty, there's no cheats, then you can just destroy these huge full stacks with superior tactics, right? And to make the late game challenging, I will make the AI team up against whoever becomes too powerful. Like Holy Roman Empire would be a candidate for this at the start of the campaign, so that Denmark doesn't fight Poland, but they become allies and fight the Holy Roman Empire, which is also doable, I think. And this way you have late game challenge, and it's not even biased. It doesn't even have to be biased against the player, even though, of course, the player is usually going to be the one who's going to be the most successful. And I will also try to make the AI combine its forces more, so you don't have scattered 2 or 3 human armies, but few big ones. And that way you will have fewer battles, but battles that matter more. And yeah, I also would like the AI to make treaties that make sense and try to make peace when it's about to be defeated. And that's more immersive anyways. All right, so our archery range is finished. Let's actually recruit some longbowmen, and here we're going to go with men-at-arms and march our existing army up here this way. I'm going to try and take Edinburgh. And as you can see, you don't need the general for your army. And actually in the code right now, you can see it, but the way it is programmed is that every unit has a character as its leader. So it's not just a few family members, but every unit has a character. And they can rise to become family members if they prove themselves in battle. And maybe you can also give them titles. I'll have to see about that. And the generals will gain traits organically, and they will also have a loyalty mechanic, right? Let me just combine these armies. Yeah, you will have to build ships to cross the sea. You will have to build watchtowers to see more. You can see the fog of war, right? It's just, the map's just darker. And as for castles, I might do it that way that you can choose in your cities if it's going to become a city or a castle. But another idea I had was you can just build a castle. Like, I could just build a castle here, and it would be, I could recruit better units that way. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. And as for the battles, I have a video up about my collision system. I've been improving that, especially, making the AI hold formation. And holding formation depends on, how heavy the armor is, because it's harder to displace someone with heavy armor. How disciplined the unit is, how strong the men are. And it's also really like how tight the formation is, right? And all of this matters, and it's all physically simulated. There's no stat bonuses. It's all part of my simulation, and there will be gigantic unit sizes. I have a custom animation system, and the collision system I made is so optimized that you can have tens of thousands of units. I haven't really stretched it to its limits yet, but you might be able to go into the hundreds of thousands, and that's enough for any historical battle ever. Like, if you look at Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, this is a game with millions of units, and I have a really similar system. It's not the exact same, but it gets close. So you will definitely have 1-to-1 scale. You have 1,000 men units, you have 500 men units, and armies will be 10,000 men, 20,000 men. And, for the Middle Ages, this is definitely enough, I think. And you will have good pathfinding because of the collision system. You get excellent pathfinding basically for free with it. And there will be no HP system. Of course, generals have to be a bit stronger so they don't die instantly. But no HP for units. There's going to be huge maps. There's going to be collision of arrows with trees. Maybe they even get stuck in the bodies of soldiers. And you have to build siege equipment before, right? And I can't show you the battles right now. They're not that ready yet, but my next devlog I will. So for now, we'll have to auto-resolve the siege. The gates are open here. Let's see if we win. Okay, we won on the second try. Did a little bit of safe scumming there. And we're going to be nice today. We're going to occupy. And now it's ours. And yeah, as you can see, the really basic campaign gameplay is there. Of course, there's more to the campaign, and there will be. But that's just what I wanted to show you today. And of course, the question is, why would you do this, right? I mean, Total War just announced Medieval 3 is going to be made. And also, you could ask yourself, why not just make a mod? Why did you just make a mod? And the answer is, of course, I can do things that modders can't. I can make my own AI completely from scratch. I can do anything. I can implement any game mechanic I want. And, it's kind of my hobby, right? So, it doesn't matter to me if Creative Assembly makes Medieval 3 in 3 or 4 years. They can do that, and I will do my game. Doesn't matter. And if you're wondering when this game will release, and the answer is next year. I don't know exactly when next year, but it's probably going to be late next year. My first game took 6 months to make, which was extremely fast, but it didn't have a campaign like this, and the battle system was a little bit different. So I think going from here, I can say with confidence at the end of next year, I will be able to release this to you. And yeah, I'll be interested in hearing your feedback. I'm also interested in hearing your ideas. And yeah, let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.